Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we like to say call Elayim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to the hopeful elect Akim out there, spreading the gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and truth, and presenting their bodies as a living sacrifice. All right, shalom to the very few sisters that do listen as well, on the brother Yarmaya
and Kanasala.
Now, and we're in the GMS Chicago camp, and it's going to be a very short lesson. Short, hopefully edifying. But I'm going to read this quote. This is a quote from Chael Sonnen. He a retired MMA fighter. He was in UFC. You know, he looked like an Edomite, but if you want to know, you just know Chael or Jake, you know. Nevertheless, but Chael Sonnen said, as a professional athlete, I can tell you I feel every single emotion, and not one of them ever helped me in a fist fight before. And that's how the truth is. All right, we feel, you know, like Yahweh Shai. He was tempted as every other man, and he didn't let none of this affect him in the fight, you know. So that's something you really got to meditate on in the truth. This is 2nd Esdras 14, and 13. It says, "Now set thy house in order and reprove thy people, and comfort such as them that be in trouble, and now renounce corruption." And that's what we doing. When I say we, I'm speaking of the prophets, the hopeful elect, you know, starting with the elders and apostles of the great millstone on down. It said, "And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy to thee." Salaki. It said, "Let go from thee mortal thoughts, and cast away the burdens of man, and put now off the weak nature." And that's our emotions. All right? Sometimes you get too mad. Sometimes you get too sad. Sometimes you get too happy. And we all have emotions, but it's a way to regulate that. And you got to know that that don't dictate or determine your judgment or your decision when you out here in this truth, man.
Yeah, man, there's a scripture saying basically you got to gird up your loins, man. Let's see.
Yeah.
Gird loins. This Job 40:7. It said, "Gird up thy loins now like a man. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me." All right, you got to be a man in this truth, man. You can't let your emotions take a hold of you, man. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you make what is it? Where to the point where you're going off, man. Like, just short and simple. All right. There's a scripture, I'm gonna bring that one out too. It says slow to anger, because I see that all the time. Slow to anger. Proverbs 15:18. Actually, Proverbs 16:32. It says, "He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth the spirit, that he that taketh the city," man. All right? Because that could be between life and death, man. You being angry and stuff like that, and just going off your emotions. That's what females do, man. All right? And they always put themselves in terrible positions when it comes to that.
Their emotions block their judgment. You can't let your emotions block their judgment. You can't let your emotions block your judgment in this truth, because, you know, a lot of dudes, you know, you got to understand, every time a person going off, 90% of the time, it's just think about these people who are on the line, right? They come up talking shit whenever they do. Or, you know, the first thing they start about was I think, or I feel, I believe, or I feel. They don't even say they think. They say they believe or they feel. That's emotionalism. Mm-hmm. You know? We go to the law. We go to what's written, and that's how we take it, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's how it got to be for it to be right. Because the scriptures say there's a way that seems right to a man in Proverbs, but then again, but there's a way to death. And that's your emotions. And that's all. You know, the Apostle Paul said, I both discipline my body and keep it into subjection. Unless when I preach to others, I myself shall become a castaway. You can't do that, man. You really got to discipline your body and bring it into subjection. It's the only way it's going to work, man. Mm-hmm. It's the only way it's going to work. Everything else, how you think and how you feel, we in the flesh, we can't go off how we think and we feel. That you going to get destroyed like that, man.
That's right.
You going to get destroyed like that, man.
Yep. And I'm glad you said that, because you said people come up to the line and say, I think, I feel. And that's one of the questions they'll say, oh, don't go to the scripture. How do you feel about it? Like, I go off of what the scriptures say, man.
Yep. That's it. Yep. Perfect analogy.
You know?
This is 1 Corinthians 1 and 9. Salaki. This is 1 Corinthians 9 and 22. It says, as to the weak I became as weak, that I might gain the weak. I made all things. I am made all things to all men, that I might by all means have some. And I do this for the gospel's sake, that I may be a partaker thereof. All right, so we regulate ourselves because of the gospel's sake. It says thereof with you. Know ye not that all which run all? Yeah, con. It says, know ye not that they which run in the race run all, but one receiveth the prize, so run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. And you got to be temperate, man. It says, now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown, just like athletes competing for, they discipline themselves to compete for the prize. But we are incorruptible. I therefore so run, not as uncertainly. So I fight not as one that beateth the air, but I keep my body and bring it into subjection, lest by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. And that's it, man.
That's it. All right, so with that, hopefully this is edifying. Want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rekal Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and to the brothers that's preaching this word with truth and sincerity and charity and risking their lives to do so, and to the very few sisters that's listening, learning, and watching, we say shalom,
shalom,
and a Bible ball.
A Bible ball.